technological changes are playing a role? Is it a good development, negative development, or are we hard to say at this point?
I would say tremendous. The small modular reactors are up to 300 megawatts. A large plant is 1,000 or more megawatts. So up to 300 megawatts. They can be used. They can use to provide power. They can be used to provide heat for process heat, and they can be used to desalinate or produce hydrogen, whatever one would need. In the developing world, they don't have grids that would take the big reactors like we have. 1,000 megawatts would destroy them, but these smaller reactors would work. Some of the benefits of the small modular reactors, and I'll be going into this today, but they can be built in a factory and assembled in a factory. And so where our big reactors have to be assembled online, and they have to use forgings that come from Japan, and they have to use pieces from all over the world, and they have to be done on a seismic zone, etc. With the small modular reactors, you build them in a factory, haul them by freight or barge to the site, and set them up on site. Now, that's one advantage. The second advantage is that they're suited, many of them are suited, to be placed underground. So you can put them down 100 feet or whatever and seal them up. And they're also designed, many of them are being designed for 10 to 30 or 40 years on recycling of fuel. So you don't have to do anything for them for that period of time. Then you would come back and replace the reactor. So that's another big point. Non-proliferation. No one can get at anything in the reactor. And from a fuel standpoint, many of the newer ones are going to be using a sodium or heavy metal coolant. And those will actually burn up more of the waste. They can actually use as their fuel, spent nuclear fuel. They can use uranium out of the ground, or they can use depleted uranium. So again, the advantages are tremendous in their favor.